Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you about how to read labels, food labels. Have you ever wondered when you go into the grocery and you stare at those labels and you don't know what they mean? Some of you might know what it is, and some of you may not. So, I wanted to just give a brief understanding to all of you there on what are the different components of the label. And so, at the end of this little video, you will know what to look for when you are reading a label. So let me get right into it. Let me share my screen. So I've got a brief presentation for you on reading labels. It's part one and part two. So in part one, we will cover some of the main items related to the background of the labels and what they are all about. And then in part two, we'll cover the rest. So, all right. So what's a label? Label, if you ask me, is a promise that that the food manufacturer is giving to the customer, that this is what this product has. These are all the nutrition it has. These are the claims. These are the benefits. These are the what do you call it? It's safe for you. Is it not safe for you? What are the things that are inside this pack that you are going to consume, right? So that is all about uh, the label. Now, is there a regulation around what to write on the label, or can you write anything on the label? Right? No, there is a regulation that is set by FSSAI, that is the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, and they tell you what to write on the label. So, a food manufacturer has to follow that regulation, and you can get it on the web, on the FSSAI website, all about what you need to write on the label. Now, there are two parts to a label: the front of the label and the back of the label. The front of the label is the most colorful, bright label that kind of attracts you towards buying the product. And the back of the label would be the one that has all the information about the product that you want to know all about the product. So that's how I would say with that. So let's deep dive and see what they are. The front of the label, it has the name of the product, the brand, the company, the big claims that it kind of states that this will provide this benefit, and it has what does it have? It has the picture of the product, because it will help you to understand that, aha, this is what I'm going to be consuming, right? And it also has few logos. It has a veg logo, that's or a non-veg logo on the front of the pack. There are other logos that are on the back of the pack. Now, on the back of the pack, what are the things that you have? You have the list of the ingredients for all the ingredients that make this product, right? And it also has a nutritional information, which is very important. You would want to know how much energy it gives you, or what is the protein, carbohydrate, and fat it has. It also has few other things, such as warning statements that says that, okay, beware, or not, kind of disclaimers like, okay, this product has this. So you want to be looking at it with big bold letters, right? Those are the warning statements. And you also have some allergen statements, the storage condition, the use instruction, the addresses of the marketeer, as well as a manufacturing location, as well as a number for customer complaints or for customer feedback. It also has the net quantity, the maximum retail price, and the expiry date. So all of this, right? I mean, let's deep dive and understand each and everything. Let's understand the front of the label. As you can note here in these two little pictures that I have here right now, the front of the label, both of them had the name of the product. The product is basically biscuits, and this was a drink. The name of the company is Britannia and Abbott here. The brand is NutriChoice here, and this is Ensure. Then you have claims. So in here it has high fiber digestive claim, whereas here it has the claims such as blood sugar, maintenance or management, heart health, and weight management. The picture of the product, of course, nice, beautiful biscuit pictures, and then you have this nice little drink product here with the vanilla. That's a flavor, so you can even add the flavor out there. Then they've also added the net weight in the front. You can have it in the front or in the back. And the veg logo is a must have. It is present on the front label. Both are vegetarian. So you have a green logo. I'll talk more about the logos in the next few slides down below. Now, back of the label. Well, the back of the label is loaded. What does it have? It has many things. As you can note here, it has the marketing address and the consumer contact, the ingredient deck, which is all the ingredients that you have right here. I'll go deep dive into the ingredients in the next few slides. It's just an overview here on the back of the label. So you have the net quantity, the MRP and the expiry date. All of that would be in this. The MRP and expiry date would be the stamp, a stamp date on the white portion here. Then if you can notice here, you must be wondering, oh my God, there's so many FSACI license numbers here. What does that mean? It means that this particular product is being manufactured in various locations, and it could be any one of these that would have produced this biscuit. And therefore, they have their license numbers. Why do they have so many locations? It's because they try to actually have the supply chain easy. So if you are catering to the north, they might have an address in the north. If you're catering for west, such as Mumbai, they might have a manufacturing location near Mumbai, so that they save on the cost of transporting the product. So that is why a lot of these have many manufacturing locations. All right, so let's move on. This is another label, the label of ensure. And as you can note here, it's very much similar to what we saw, but it is more extensive because it is a product that has a lot of vitamins and minerals. And so the entire list of vitamins and minerals are listed here in the nutritional information, along with the energy, protein, and fat, and all of that. That is the nutritional information. Then you have the deck in the middle. In the middle picture, you have the deck, which is the deck of the ingredients, right? And I'll talk to you more on that in detail later. It's just an overview again. Again, if you notice the warning statements or the things that the manufacturer wants you to know, that it has an artificial sweetener and for calorie conscious people, or it contains flavors, artificial flavoring substances. So all of these are kind of articulated and are given as regulations by FSSAI. So it's not that the manufacturer has just decided to do this. It is a regulation that the FSSAI body is asking the manufacturer to do, so that you have to bold these things and then write this way. So similarly, the storage instruction, and then you have the mix instructions on the right. You see that it says here that you have to mix it in 200 ml water. So you kind of know how to do and mix and get this product ready to consume. You also have few more warning statements here. It says contains sucralose, not recommended for children, no sugar added in the product. The other thing that it has, it gives you a suggestive serving size. So it says that, okay, you take 2 servings if you're underweight, if you're 1 serving normal weight, so it kind of gives you more guidance on how to eat this product apart from the biscuits, the example of the biscuits. That's about it. Otherwise, you have the marketing on the left side. It also says here food for special dietary use. It's a particular category of food that is only for special dietary use. And what is a special dietary use here? It is for people who are in pre-diabetes or diabetes. So they are a special group of people, and hence it is for those kind of people for diabetes care, and that is why it is under that particular regulation. All right, so we move on to the next part of the label. So I wanted to discuss with you a little more detail about the ingredient deck. So what is an ingredient deck? products, right? So on the left side, you have this ingredient deck of a frozen product. It's an ice cream based frozen dessert. It is like ice cream. So if you notice here, the ingredient deck starts, main thing you want to understand about the ingredient deck is that it is a starts with the highest uh, percentage of ingredient to the lowest percentage of ingredient. So in this particular example, water is the first ingredient and the last ingredient is a stabilizer. So what it says is water is at highest percentage in this product. Then you have the chocolate flavored confectionery, and then you have the rest of the products, the emulsifiers, the milk, I mean the next product is sugar. So it's a little confusing. You should look for the brackets. So when you look at chocolate flavored confectionery, it has a percentage associated with it. It's 12%. And then there is a bracket, right? And that bracket has again water, sugar, milk solids, and palm oil, right? So what does this mean? It means that it is a compound ingredient. The chocolate flavored confectionery is a compound ingredient, and within that ingredient it has water, sugar, milk solids. So as per regulation you have to write what is present in the compound ingredient, and hence they have expanded it and they have written all the things that is present in that compound ingredient. And if you look at it, there are a lot of these E numbers, right? Both in the brown ingredient deck as well as on the green on the bottom. There is a lot of INS numbers and E numbers. So what are these? These are basically international numbering system. These are the numbers that are given for additives, food additives. Now, what are food additives? Food additives actually help the packaged food to have its shelf life, to have a its color, or it could have ingredients that are for binding and for shelf life and things like that. So these are all important ingredients that are necessary to make that product commercially viable or commercially made in a packaged form, but they are added at very low levels. So therefore, they are called additives. And each of these additives have different numbering systems. So for example, classified. They're classified. For example, the preservative numbers start with a 200 series. The emulsifiers will start at a 400 series, and the colors will start at 100 series. So everything is kind of in a series, and you will find all of this information in the internet or in the web, in many sources. If you want to know what that E number is, you can just Google it and you will get that information. Now, apart from that, in the ingredient deck, you also have a statement that says that it contains permitted natural color and natural flavor or synthetic flavors and added flavor, because flavors and this is another statement that FSSAI requires that you write it separately. And it also has this big warning statement that it has vegetable oil and all of that. So for every product, the warning statements are pretty much written as to what you need to write. Coming to the nutritional information, I just wanted to give you I'll go more deep into the nutritional information in the next seminar that I would like to give, but I just wanted to give you a teaser into what it is. So a nutritional information, it contains the information about the nutrition, right? So it contains what it has, how much energy does it have, how much protein, carb, fat, all of these are called macronutrients. And then it also has certain micronutrients. So micronutrients could be any of these minerals or vitamins. Now, if you can notice here, the minerals and vitamins, they're also written as, let's say, a calcium carbonate. It says that calcium carbonate is present at 1000 milligrams, but then it has an equivalency to elemental calcium. So how much of element calcium is present in that calcium carbonate? Only 400 is present. So that 400 is the one that is important for us. And some manufacturers or some people might just write calcium carbonate and you may not know how much of calcium you're getting. So there are some labels that are kind of very detailed like these, where they tell you that it is equivalent of this elemental. So when you read labels, you want to understand, how much is my calcium that I'm getting out of this particular salt. The vitamin B12, for example, it is as cyanocobalamin. So these are all regulations that tell you that you have to write as what, as particular the chemical compound that is also supposed to be written for the vitamins and minerals. And if you notice in the nutrition information, there's always something called servings per container and serving amount per serving. So the serving is very important for you to note for any product when it comes to the nutritional information. The serving size here right now is one capsule. And so what it says is in one capsule, I have about 0.16 grams of protein, or I have, 400 milligrams of calcium. That is what it says here. So you want to know, and then they will also say how many servings per container. So this particular bottle that they have here has 60 servings per container. So there's 60 capsules. So that's about it on this. I'll elaborate more in the following lecture on the nutritional information and what is this RDA, percent RDA. I'll be explaining that in more detail. So before I leave this seminar, I just wanted you to have a glance at the different types of logos that we have on the labels. The must-have logos, for example, are of course the FSSAI logo, which is right here with the license number, and the veg logo and the non-veg logo. The ISI standard mark, which is the standard, it's like the Indian standard mark, as well as the ag mark if you have an agriculture produce. These are all pretty common logos that you will find on the food label. So what are the other logos here? We have a vegan logo. We have a organic foods logo right here, the Jaivik Bharat. And then we have a fortification logo. Now, fortification logos are, you must be seeing that in milk packets that will have some fortification with vitamins. You will find those. In vegan logos are very important. Sometimes they may call out a particular product vegan, but they may not have a vegan logo. What does that mean? It means that they did not get a certification of vegan. They just, may be confusing you. So you want to watch out and see clearly if they have a vegan logo, because vegan logo, the manufacturer has to go through a process to get the certification, and the ingredients also go through a rigorous inspection to make sure that the ingredients are also vegan and they're produced in a vegan line, a manufacturing line. So that is important. Then you have irradiated logo. Many of the meat products or fresh produce like lettuce, and some of these seeds like mustard seeds, many of the spices are irradiated. So you might want to see for the irradiation logo. Apart from that, anything like these that are not consumed by humans, you see the X logo as well. So with that, I leave you with this thought that, did you understand what labels say? And I hope you say I do, because yes, you did learn about what is the front of the pack, what is the back of the pack, what are the different things that are present in the back of the pack, including the ingredient list as well as the logos. So I leave you with that thought, and we'll meet again in the next seminar. All right. Bye.